Hi everybody, my name is Shannon and welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my goodness, it is January 3rd, Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. And if you had a whole bunch of time off, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy it's halfway through the week because we probably went back to work yesterday. I did. And there's just, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We can do it. It's okay. I don't know about you, but I enjoyed my time off. I sat and I had grandkids over and kids over and everything, and I knit and I crochet and I just worked on my projects and just had a really good time, and I had to go back to work, which it's okay because, I actually do like where I work and I like the people I work with, so it's not a bad thing. But yeah, I was really enjoying my time off. Hopefully you had a day or two off yourself and really had a great time enjoying that. And it is now back to our regularly daily grind, whatever, right? Well, it's Wednesday, and a lot of people do play on words, right? The Whip Wednesday, the, things along that line, right? And I've done it a couple times, but not a whole bunch, just because that takes planning. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. That takes planning. But I did this time. I decided that I would go ahead, like I talked about last week, I believe, with my purple sweater, and try that on and say, hey, look, this is what I've done. See, it's where I'm at and what have you. Here's my sweater. I'm working on it. So I have the try-on cables, which are barber cords on both arms, so then I can use that. I still have my lifeline in case I decide I can't tell what I did on this arm to put it on this arm, and I can just rip them all back out to the lifeline area. This is gorgeous color work. I'm really proud of it anyway. I've not done a color work yoke sweater before, so that's nice. But there we go, all the way around. And you can see, this is what I have left of the ball of yarn. I am actually have both sides still attached from this side and this side. This yarn's kind of hard for me to see and count the rows, so I'm going to try to match what I did over here on this side. If I can't, like I said, I can just pull it all the way back to that lifeline and do them again. I have here, pull that over, all of this, that's just some waste sock yarn. And what I've done is everywhere I've done a decrease, I've gone ahead and I've put that little line right there, so I know, and that this one right here is where I started the decreases. So I've got a little ways that I can go even over here and then do the decreases until I either run out of yarn or make them both the same size, put a little cuff on the edge, 3/4 length, done. And that is all I need from this. And look at this. This is Remix Light. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. So this is what I'm working on as my Whip Wednesday, or whatever we want to call it. Holy cow, I at least put it on the try-on cords to see where I need to be. I'll put it back on the needles, and it's closer. I touched it. I did more than touch it. Then see, I wasn't like this last week. I did better. So what do you think? I tried it on. I did. Is that kind of cool? Oh my goodness. And it looks fantastic. I absolutely love the way the sweater looks. I'll have the pattern down below. I think it's called Primrose. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I could be wrong on the name, but it is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I will put that in my description below so you can go ahead and make it. I am using the Remix Light, which it actually calls for DK yarn, and Remix Light's not, but it looks beautiful. I like it, and I like my fabric, so what's not to love? So yeah, I'm having a blast working on that and feeling very accomplished. Do you set New Year's goals? Do you set them for, so many of us put them for weight. I'm not putting it as weight. I weigh what I weigh. I am what I am. Do I need to lose weight? For me, yes. Am I going to stress over it? For me, not really, right? Am I going to tell you I'm going to lose 20 pounds, which I could actually lose and, still be fine and not unhealthy? No, I'm not going to tell you that because that's just crazy talk. People don't stick to those things. It's either a lifestyle change or nothing. The diet, the this, the that. It's no. I'm way too old to play that game again. Not anymore. So no, I don't generally do New Year's resolutions and things, and then there's the crafting ones, it's like, I'm not buying yarn for a year. That's not happening. I could say it, but it would be a bull-faced lie. I would be lying to your face because that's just not happening, right? Have I bought any yarn this year? No. No, I have not. Not yet, but I'm sure I will. You know, I have multiple hobbies. Collecting yarn, the hunt, oh my gosh, the hunt for the pretty things or the best sale or something along that line. You know, I'm not hurting anyone. My bills are being paid, all the other stuff. I have room for it, kinda, yeah. You know, I'm using it. Stick around. If you're new here, stick around. You will see how much of my yarn I am using and how many projects that I attempt to get done and how many I start. Oh, that's another thing. I've only started one project this year. One. Oh my goodness, only one. It is the 3rd of January. Are you kidding me? One project, that's it. I'm slacking. What should I start? One of my girlfriends, Susan, you've heard me talk about her before. She is making a gorgeous project and I decided to make it with her. So we've got our very own little knit along going on. Yeah, so she gave me a really, really good selection or a suggestion, not selection, but a suggestion. And I jumped on board. There you go. But my other projects, I'm not sure. You know, do I be responsible? That does not sound right. That is not proper. Do I take charge of myself and be responsible for my own actions and try to work on some of the projects I already have on the needles? Yeah, I have a little bit. Yeah, I've got a lot of things. This is a running joke. Me and my sleeveless sweaters. I have a lot of vests. I have quite a few that don't have sleeves, right? And I'm doing better. So you did see the video, right? Of my purple one. It's a mess. It's a tangled mess right now. Oops. But that's okay. I can work with that. So I had the one sleeve to here and then all those markers that I had already talked about and everything, you know, so that tells me where I'm going and I am still connected for the ball. Look, that ball does not look like it's changed sizes. This stuff is crazy on how far it goes. I think it's like 400 and some odd yards per the ball, 100 grams, which normally puts it at like a fingering weight, but it works up better. It's just, I don't know, it's magic. This particular yarn is magic. And because I've shown this before, it doesn't look like it's changed, but I have done some knitting. I did. I'm so proud of me. Yay, I'm so proud of me. I'm working on my sleeves. Yeah, what was yesterday? I finished one of my car projects that just needed sleeves, and I put needles on the other car project that needed sleeves. Yes. And then you see this? Yeah, and you saw my little video. I got it all ready, and I tried it on just to see what it looks like and stuff. And look, I started working on the sleeves. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm not done. This is deceptive. It doesn't look like a lot, but there's 90 stitches around, and just to get to that first marker was 30 rows. I've done over 50 rounds. I mean, it's just, there's quite a few thousand stitches in just this from here over. That's, you know, multiple thousands of stitches. It doesn't look like it. This to me, the way it works up, so beautiful, so it's actually light. I've got another top that I made with Remix Light. I really like it. But look how that just, doesn't that just look like something you bought? I mean, it works up so stunning. Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. And I've got all of this color work and just this beautifulness. And, you know, I'm trying to get this little, all my markers, right? You have to have markers. I've got all of this stuff on here and it is absolutely amazing. This just was still my heart. This is my first time doing a color work yoke sweater. And I am there. I am getting there. How many more decreasey things do I have to do? I don't know. I think I've gotten 2. So I did this one and then that one and I think this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. I don't know. That's a lot. I have a lot more to go. I've got about that more to go. And then doing the cuffs are finishing on both sides. That's why both sides are still connected to the yarn. I didn't know. I mean, this is what I have. I do have more of the white. I could trim it in white if need be. I could do some color work on the cuffs. I'm not going to, but it could. It's options. You know, you can, when you're making things, you can take things that the designer gives you and you can do it like it's a 100% script and not deviate at all. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's why we buy patterns, isn't it? Because we want our thing to look exactly like their thing. But more often than not, we'll use different yarn. Our body shape's a little bit different. We want more or less waist shaping. We want the different colors. There's a lot of things that we'll do, or we're in between sizes. The bust is one size and the hips are another size. You know what I'm getting at? Yeah, you do. So you have to mix and match the two. And then when you're doing that, take elements from one project and put it in another project. Add other features to it. You can do it. Nobody says you can't. Did you want to see the inside of this? I was talking about that previously on some of my color work stuff, that people don't show the inside, right? And that is my floats. And I just wanted you to see. Let me see if I can turn this inside out without making a big old mess. Yeah, I could make a mess. All right, it's inside out. There we go. So here you go. Look at that. So that's how I've done my floats. So you can see that. And I haven't tied in my ends. I've got that just hanging out over here and stuff. That's okay. I'll do that at the end. But that's my floats. And pretty proud of that, because I think it looks very, very neat. You're not going to get your fingers caught on it. I didn't make any of them that were too long. Did the best I could, right? Like I said, it's my first time. Cut me some slack. But really excited about doing this. I'm doing my sleeves. That's really cool. So I didn't finish it yet. I know yet, but I did a lot. I got it on there. And isn't that the battle? Half the battle is picking it up one stitch at a time. One stitch is all you need, because that will motivate you to where you can go, oh, I can do a little bit more. I can do more than one stitch. Do a round. There you go. Do a round. Do a couple stitches. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is. And then you're, okay, I worked on it. Now let me go play with my other thing. Let me go work on my other thing. That thing, the one that you really, really enjoy working on, and that way you can make progress on all of your different items. And I have different various degrees of difficulty items that I'm working on. And I do that because sometimes I just want mundane. I call it car knitting, even though I'm not in the car. It's just round and around, don't have to think about it, and just, autopilot. Sometimes that's all I want, is just autopilot. And when I say knitting, I use it kind of universal, like when people say, hey guys, and you're talking about a group of people and it's both men and women, and it's not anything like that. It's just what I do, because I do both crafts with knitting and crocheting. Kim was talking about that earlier on one of the podcasts that I was watching, and she was saying, what do you call a crochet project that you just started? Because when you're talking about knitting, you say, well, I cast on a new project. And I responded back to her, I'm like, oh yeah, I say cast on for both. I know you're not casting on and crocheting. I've been crocheting for over 40 years. I'm pretty familiar with the fact you're not actually casting on. But I use it universally, meaning I started a new project, right? So yeah, I just have the various degrees, have the difficulty levels, have all the other stuff, because sometimes we don't want hard. Sometimes I just want granny stitch. Sometimes I just want simple, right? There you go. Oh, so here's my purple one. I don't remember when I started it. I could probably look it up, but I don't really remember. I think I started that before I had a channel. Yeah, pretty sure. So it's been a while. And then, do you remember this one? Oh, wait, that's not it. This one I started in October. This was part of my Mystery Yarn Challenge. I got the Lion brand Comfy Cotton, all those cakes of it. And I decided, because it was October and I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't know what I was thinking to think that I was going to make a cardigan at that time of the year with everything else that I was supposed to get done. And this was just for me and just for the fun of it. Of course, it wasn't going to get done on time, whatever on time is. I made other things for the challenge, but that doesn't mean I'm not still finishing this. Right? I finished the one sleeve. Yay, sleeve. Yay, right? And I've got the other sleeve on needles, which is closer. Okay, so one sleeve down and one on needles, and that's it, right? Even if I don't put a stitch on it tonight, I've got it set up to where I can pick it up. I looked at what I did on the other sleeve. I might put a round on it at least, right? You know, just, I can do that. I can do it. Let's do stretch goals, right? Stretch goal, put a round on it and then set it down. Stretch goal. We all have to have stretch goals. So for somebody who doesn't do the New Year's resolutions, I'm going to wholeheartedly take advantage of the extra energy. Not that I have extra energy, but I'm going to wholeheartedly take advantage of that. Oh, the new thing, it's the new year and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do all the things. And while I've got this extra spurt of crafting juices flowing, I'm going to take advantage and see how many sleeves I can touch. Don't quote me on that and tell me that I have to get them done, because that's no. But I picked them up. That's half the battle. I added some stitches. I got it. I'm closer on my purple one. It's just been languishing for I don't know how many months, but it is closer. I've added quite a bit to it. I mean, that's exciting. Celebrate. You have to celebrate. Celebrate the small victories. Smile. Be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. There are people that watch this channel that have picked up queen size and king size blankets. Bless your heart and praise you. Oh my gosh, there you go. I mean, I can see why that would be daunting. I've made a bedspread before, crochet bedspread, but that's when I was a teenager. But I haven't done a king size, queen size blanket since then. Bless you. That is amazing. One stitch. You've got this. It's the same thing here. I'm taking my own advice. Just one stitch. You can do it. So be proud of yourself. Be proud of your accomplishments. You know, pat yourself on the back if nobody else will. You know, it's like, hey, you did it. You did it. You're amazing, because you know what you are, and you're enough just the way you are. Well, I'm going to let everybody go and go put on that one round on this, just like I said I was going to do. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then set it down, because that's all it takes. Just one stitch. I got this. All right, everybody. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.